What is up, guys? This is Mike Loris, and I'm going to be casting the next set from the Premier League Season 4. This is going to be between No Tidehunter on the Radiant and Mousesports on the Dire.
Remaining.
Now, No Tidehunter is unfortunately, at the time of this
5
recording,
seconds remaining.
has fallen onto some rough times. They have decided to remove Eternal Envy from the team. Some excuse from Loda or something. I actually don't know why, if these reasons are quote-unquote legitimate, but unfortunately, the No Tidehunter that you see on your screen is no more. Eternal Envy has parted from the team. I feel bad for the guy. I feel like his captainship has really led No Tidehunter to good places. They won DreamHack over EG, which was freaking huge to win DreamHack ever if you're a team. But I wish
10
everyone on No
seconds
Tidehunter all the best. And already, well, we're in this game. One of the last with the No Tidehunter of the current No Tidehunter, and the current No Tidehunter, I mean the No Tidehunter at the time of this game being played. So let's go over this game and forget about all that unpleasantness that is happening right now. Mousesports first going to ban out the Nyx as well as the Lone Druid, a respect ban towards Admiral Bulldog, and a peculiar ban in the CK for No Tidehunter. Mousesports, we're going to prioritize the Bat Rider higher than the Wisp and pick up that hero as well as the Keeper of the Light and Magnus. So we're seeing some first tier picks from a couple months ago being picked up from Mousesports. They do still have a lot of good synergy and a lot of lane control coming out from these heroes. And No Tide, I didn't even notice this. Sorry, but this icon for S4, that is the icon for the Tidehunter in Dota 1, or it's the icon for the Sea Giant in Warcraft, which is the unit Tidehunter in Dota 1. So S4 breaking the law, being a rogue. But No Tidehunter going to pick up the Wisp first as well as the Gyrocopter. I'm pretty sure it's Gyro, so I'm going to start trying to say that. But Wisp and Gyrocopter get a little bit of support, a little bit of damage as well. Notide have ran the Gyro in the mid lane before, so we're going to see if they want to choose to do that again against the Bat Rider. Gyro isn't a bad hero to go up against, because Bat Rider will have those tar stacks, and he will be able to control the lane with that. But if Bat Rider actually goes for a kill, then that means Bat Rider has to get close to the Gyrocopter. And when you get close to the Gyrocopter, you guys know what happens. You take rockets to the face. A lot of rockets to the face. And I don't think anyone likes to take rockets to the face like that. So that could be a good option for No Tidehunter. Opening with a Wisp after banning out the CK, kind of a peculiar choice. I think that Mousesports would have gone for the Bat Rider first anyway. But No Tide are going to find someone else to partner up with that Wisp. Wisp Gyro could be a decent combo if you go right on top of them, but I said before in one of my other casts that the huge weakness of that is that the Gyro doesn't really have the closing that CK does. He doesn't have the huge range to, get the tether stun and then get follow-up CC. Gyro, yes, does have the call down, which is a slow, does have the missile, which is a stun, but neither of those spells are actually reliable if you're going to be relocated in, unless the other person doesn't see it coming, in which case they are deader than dead. Notide also going to pick up that Bounty Hunter for that long lane control. Now we see more bans coming out. Notide going to ban out a lot of supports. Mousesports looking to ban out a mix of mid as well as carries. So yeah, even Mousesports don't know how this Gyrocopter is going to be ran for No Tidehunter. But it seems clear that well, they're going to ban out as much as they can. And even Notide going to ban out some carries. So this might be a little bit of a tell to Mousesports that Gyro is going to be played as a carry hero, because Notide otherwise would have wanted to save the Lifestealer in the pool because they get first pick. And if Gyro was being played as a carry, then Lifestealer would have been kept in the pool by them. Mousesports, so far what they have is a good setup for the lanes. Magnus as well as Bat Rider, typically solo heroes, so they'll probably be looking to get those as well as a hard carry. Keeper of the Light is very good with Phantom Lancer, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Notide ban that out. Although they do have the Gyro to kind of counter that, it's still a very dangerous hero to pair up with that Keeper of the Light. So Bat Rider as well as Magnus probably going to be soloing lanes. Probably I want to say Magnus solo mid actually. Just because Bat Rider hard lane is decent. He could go into the jungle if need be, and then he could find his levels there. If you stack right with Bat Rider, he could clear the jungle pretty decently. He's a little bit vulnerable while doing so, but he should be able to handle it just fine if he is forced into that jungling position. Final ban from Mousesports is going to be that Tiny. So getting rid of the Wisp Tiny combination. And there you go. Last ban is going to be the PL from No Tidehunter. And now in Mousesports, they're going to need to pick up a hard carry. And if it's not going to be the Life Stealer, it's not going to be the PL or Luna or Gyro, then the choices are a little bit restricted. I do know Mousesports enjoy playing that CK. That is also, unfortunately, not available to them. So they still have a couple of picks unless they want to go for something weird like an Alchemist, which I think Mousesports have run an Alchemist before. I don't know. Yeah, they definitely have. I don't know if they're willing to do it again. This Bounty Hunter is going to be tracking down that Alchemist every single time he possibly can to try to deny that Alchemist as much gold as possible. But the hard carries, Anti-Mage, as well as Faceless Void, two solid hard carries that are still in the pool. Instead, they're first going to go for a little bit more support. Going to get that Rubik Keeper of the Light lane up. It's a lot of burst damage coming out from those two heroes. You have that telekinesis to kind of set up and position an enemy for that Illuminate. But still, they need someone to actually make use of the farm. Hopefully we see something weird. Notide gonna go for a Night Stalker. Well, Night Stalker's silence will be very useful. Batrider Keeper Rubik will be absolutely crippled by the Night Stalker, and you pour on the aggression a lot with this team actually from No Tidehunter. Wisp combined with whoever he wants to bring in, and then the Night Stalker. That's a lot of diving and a lot of really. Mousesports have to be scared constantly around the map, especially when it's nighttime, because they don't know when there's a Night Stalker around. They don't know when a relocate is going to come.
10 seconds
Notide will just have that global presence, even though they haven't explicitly picked up any global heroes. And if they want to keep with this trend, they're going to pick up the Nature's Prophet, because, well, then you have the Wisp, Nature's Prophet, and Night Stalker. That is a terrifying combo to be going up against. Wisp won't have the dedicated partner if that is the case. Wisp Night Stalker is not bad. But still, I think that No Tidehunter with a Nature's Prophet pick will just do fantastically if they want to be aggressive versus Mousesports. And Mousesports, well, they could play defensively as well as get a little bit of their aggression as well. It's really going to boil down to how well the Batrider farms, how well he controls the lane, and when, if ever, he gets his Blink Dagger. Let's just put it at that. Notide have the potential to end this game very early. But yeah, Batrider's going to have a lot of pressure on him. Using that Firefly to escape or to attack, it's going to be a little bit of a decision for whoever picks up that Batrider. And then Mousesports still have to get their carry hero, because the great thing about No Tidehunter is that their Gyro, as a carry, could be very active in the early game. Get a couple points in Rocket Barrage, and he does a lot more damage than any other carry.
10 seconds
But the carries in the pool right now, Mousesports are going to have their picks to be a little, have their carry pick a little bit restricted. And they're down to the wire right now. Who's it going to be? Faceless Void, okay. That's going to be their hard carry pick. But once again, Night Stalker as well as the Gyro can make mincemeat out of the Faceless Void. So Mousesports, I feel, are going to be forced to play a little bit more defensively. That's just what the Night Stalker pick gives you, just endless aggression, except during the daytime. So I guess not endless, but a lot of aggression is going to be coming out from No Tidehunter. Maybe the Nature's Prophet pick, not the best considering the amount of tree clearing that Mousesports have and the mobility as well. No Tidehunter don't really have the most stuns either. So they're probably going to be looking for someone like a Ricky? I would definitely not have expected that to come out from No Tidehunter, but it actually makes a little bit of sense because Ricky is going to be instead the one to be the hard carrying as Gyro, picked up by Aki. So Ricky's going to be the pick, and I do like that pick versus Faceless Void. Ricky good against Void as well as Anti-Mage because of that Smoke Cloud, one of the best skills in the game in my opinion. It's a huge effect that you get from just 1 point of the spell. Miss rate 40%. In the early game it's not that much because people aren't really attacking each other, but you get the slow, you get the huge amount of silence, and that lasts for a really long time. So yeah, I'd definitely take Smoke Screen on any hero that I could possibly get. But it's going to be a good hero to pick up against the Batrider Magnus as well as the Faceless Void, who do rely on their spells to escape, and if you keep them locked down with the Ricky silence, if you keep them locked down with the Night Stalker silence, then you don't really need that many stuns. The Ricky will also set up for the Wisp Tether pick.
5 seconds remaining.
So on No Tidehunter have a lot of individual based, go and hunt individual people with the Bounty Hunter, as well as the Night Stalker and Ricky. Mousesports have a little bit more team fight. They have that giant Chronosphere, they'll have the Illuminate, and they'll have, of course, whatever Kuroki decides to steal, as well as the Reverse Polarity from Veda. Other people on the Mouse lineup, we have Pass on the Batrider, probably going to be charged with Initiation, at least until Black gets really big. If he gets really big this game, Veda is going to be playing that Magnus. Alex is going to be supporting as the Keeper of the Light. On the No Tidehunter side, we have S4 on the Night Stalker, going to be heading towards the mid lane after this little excursion to the bot lane. Aki, as I said before, going to be playing that Gyro. Admiral Bulldog is going to be hard laning it up as the Bounty Hunter got a little bit of restoratives pulled to him from Eternal Envy, who's playing the Wisp. And that, of course, leaves Loda, who got even more restoratives. Wow, Envy. So selfless, giving all of his gold worth of restoratives to his friends. He's just going to be relying on the pulling to keep himself alive, and he seems to know that it's going to be a single lane, single hero on this bot lane for Mousesports, so I guess the Wisp feels pretty comfortable with going with no items at all. With the pulling, he should be able to be fine, especially with Aki defending him with that rocket barrage. So you'll just have the huge damage coming out from him, which will of course mean protection for the Wisp. Oh, what do you think, guys? Dire or Radiant? Let's go Radiant. I don't like the Radiant skin. Changes the color too much. Dire keeps the color tone kind of the same, dark, which is nice. I like this Dire HUD. So there we go. We have a nice HUD for this game. We have Illusion Rune spotted out by Loda, who's going to be farming it up on the bottom lane. And Pass, he really can't do much to prevent the Riki from doing this. If he gets close, then Aki's just going to get right into his face. If he gets too close, then the rockets are going to fly. So Pass, I do think, will have to leave the lane, go into the jungle for just a little bit. He'll be okay with doing that, however, because he'll be able to manage himself just fine. Mid lane's going to be melee versus melee. Night Stalker versus Magnus. It's really going to come down to who has the better last hits. Because S4, he is going for a fast bottle, and if Veda could do well to keep that bottle away from him, then he will have an edge in this lane, because he got the Stout Shield first, so he'll definitely win any 1v1 slugfests. You can see this the amount of mind games coming out from these two guys. Am I going to right click? Am I going to cast my Shockwave? S4 is well on his way to his bottle, and looks like he's already getting a little bit of a lead in the lane, so he should be fine down there. Admiral Bulldog in this top lane pulled the creep wave all the way back here somehow. I don't exactly know how the hell that happened. Regardless, he did get a little bit of easy experience, has hit the level 2 mark, and he's going to be up against Black, farming up that Baseless Void, so not much aggression can come out, at least while the creep wave is over here. So Admiral Bulldog's going to find a little bit of free time, get a little bit of experience, head towards that level 6 as quickly as he can. In the meantime, Croaky and Alex just doing the pulling action, double stack pull. Black even taking a couple tower shots, but Admiral Bulldog is getting a very important experience that normally bounty hunters won't be able to get, and right now Mousesports haven't even used any sentry wards to counter that off, so it looks like Admiral Bulldog's going to have an easy time on that lane. You can see Eternal Envy cleared off those creeps, and he's looking for a mid lane pull, trying to get himself a little bit of experience. Wisp with no experience is not the best. Aki going to go for a kill onto Pass. He's going to sit in the Firefly for just a little too long, and the Bat Rider's going to take a missile to the face. But Aki's just going to continue farming that jungle, and Loda has all the space in the world. He is going to go for a little bit more backstab as opposed to the Blink Strike. If you have the allies to make it work, then backstab will make you do more damage if you could actually stick onto your targets. Otherwise, in a pub game, you usually want to pick up more Blink Strike because it is a little more reliable. You don't have to rely on your teammates to provide you with anything. So it's typically the better spell to pick up if you don't trust your allies to help you out with those kills. But anyway, the top lane, let's see how the carries are actually farming. 13 for 0 versus Loda's 16 for 5. Pass taking a lot of damage from level 1 Rocket Barrage. Yeah, Loda's having a pretty easy time on this spot lane. The top lane for Mousesports got away from them for just a little bit. That costed Black a lot of valuable CS. Looks like he is going to go for time lock, so he's looking to be aggressive. Really, he doesn't need to get backtrack against a solo lane bounty hunter. What is the bounty hunter going to do to the Faceless Void? There's nothing he can do. Bottles have been picked up for both sides. S4 already did have his bottles, even chugged it down and going for a second run. Level 3 versus level 4. S4 is definitely having an edge in this mid lane because Magnus has that reduced base damage, and although they both have relatively similar animation, the Stout Shield really not helping Feda as much in the creeps battle score. Bulldog, top lane, is taking a little bit of damage. Telekinesis was used, but without sentry wards. Oh, they do have sentry wards. They wasn't in range, however, so Croaky's gonna have to place down a second sentry ward if he wants to make aggression happen on that lane. Veda he knows that there's a Eternal Envy so close to death with that Shockwave. That would have been embarrassing, man. But Veda knows that there's a mid lane pull going, noticing creeps going missing. And Wisp's in a little bit of danger. One more Skewer or Shockwave will lead to his death, but here comes Aki setting up with that missiles. Feda's gonna get stunned, but no mana for that Rocket Barrage. Tether stun, gonna follow through as well. Fada getting a shockwave onto Eternal Envy. Where's the skewer? Doesn't have any mana. S4 going to cut him off. Has level 3 on that nuke. Fada is going to get... Oh, he's going to actually skewer to the low ground, but there's the nuke. He needs these Wisp Spirits to hit. There's the tether in. Eternal Envy could hit him with all these spirits, but no! It's actually going to be Fada turning around for one poke on the spirit, on the Wisp, giving him first blood. A little bit of careless play by Eternal Envy. Dropping the first blood, that shouldn't have happened the way it did. Wisp just got a little bit too close, and well, that 0 base armor definitely not helping him. Combined with the fact that he has less than 500 max HP, and Magnus is level 4, so he hits pretty hard, and that hard hit did give him first blood. A little bit of, at least Tidehunter did pick up the Magnus kill straight after. So they got a little bit of experience onto the Night Stalker, level 5, or almost level 6, 5 minutes into the game. And he did get the kill as well. So he is probably going to look towards an early earn. And then probably look towards the top lane as well, get a little bit of aggression going. Because Black is farming very well. Lots of time lock on him, going to pick up his Chronosphere relatively quickly. Bounty Hunter is also almost level 5 though. So once he hits level 6, once the first nighttime hits, should happen at around the same time, especially if this creep wave is not really denied, although Black doing a pretty decent job at doing that. Then the track kills should come through, but wow, Black actually getting like all of these denies. Level 5 on this Bounty Hunter, he's going to look towards level 6. In the meantime, Loda has actually been the one moving towards the mid lane. Picks up a free kill on the Magnus. Night Stalker forced to pop off that invisibility rune. Magnus hit the level 6, but I don't think it was him being aggressive. That was just Tidehunter moving up Loda from the bot lane. That's something you really don't expect when you're if you're in Mouse's shoes. You expect the hard carry to stay down there and farm. But then again, that's the power of level 1 smokescreen. You can make lots of things happen with that. Oh, S4 gonna find the squishy supports. He's very low on HP though, so he might have to break this invis for a little bit of healing. But here comes the invisible gangster train. It's gonna be opening on Kuroki. The silence is on him. The Janata as well. No track yet available. Bounty Hunter just needs like 2 more CS, and he's gonna get that track. But S4 didn't see Alex going down that hill. He's gonna take an Illuminate as well. That's kind of unfortunate. He's going to go straight for Fada, though, popping off that double damage. Fada, you got to run. Does have reverse polarity as well as a skewer, but he's taking a lot of damage, pushing him down towards Alex. But here comes Eternal Envy on the Wisp. Spirits are all going to land. Fada is going to pop that reverse polarity. One more hit from Eternal Envy. One more hit. There you go. S4 is going to be the one to take that kill. With that double damage, just trucking down the HP of Magnus. Not a chance was there for him. So Night Stalker picking up 2 free early kills in this first nighttime phase. Level 7. So let's look towards S4, continuing to pour on the aggression, especially with the help of Admiral Bulldog. They could easily kill this Faceless Void. And what's he doing? He's going to get a smoke, so even more aggression from him. And all the while this is happening, by getting all these kills, it's not only going to make the Night Stalker really farm, but it's also just buying space for Loda. Because everyone on Mouse is forced to play defensively, then they can't really go for this Ricky. Although the target of choice might be this Magnus in the mid lane. Fada going to take a nuke. Although S4 just going to pressure the Magnus back, force out his bottle charges. He doesn't really have any support, and going in 1v1 on a Magnus is always dangerous. But S4, he's going to be the one really that's setting the tempo for this early stage of the game. At least until this first night is up. I don't expect Loda to leave that bot lane anymore, since now S4 will have Eternal Envy with him to help, and in level 6 has been hit from this Wisp. 3 assists on him. Admiral Bulldog going to find an invisibility rune. Going to save it, however, for S4, so this could be extremely dangerous. Mousesports, they have to fall back on this top lane. They know that this is coming, but will they actually be able to do anything about this? There's the smoke up from S4. And Mousesports didn't see the smoke up, but they do know, however, that the Night Stalker has the potential to be invisible, so they're going to fall back regardless. Alex, though, might not be fast enough to smoke from S4, giving him so much movement speed. He's going to close the distance. Alex is as good as dead. Where's the track? There's the track, and now Alex is going to drop for sure to the Shuriken toss. S4 even wanting to go on to pause for just a little bit. But Alex is already dead, and S4 claims another kill. Meantime, the bot lane, Eternal Envy, Loda, and Aki pushing down that tier 1 tower. They keep going as well. Once again, it's Admiral Bulldog and S4 pressuring Mousesports to play defensively. Mousesports, they have to either they have to play defensively to the point of getting a kill on this Night Stalker. If they kill off the Night Stalker, then they can make things happen elsewhere on the map. But if not, they could try to group up and be all aggressive, but then Black has his farm sacrificed, and Kuroki's not going to be able to help either because he has to protect Black. So Mousesports are stuck in a little bit of a rough position. They either have to be super defensive or super offensive, and right now they're sitting in the middle. So this is just allowing S4 to do stuff like this. Look in the jungle, look for that Keeper of the Light. But Keeper of the Light is hiding. He knows Night Stalker is out for blood. Night Stalker is almost at his level 2 darkness, even though it's level 8. But 9 minutes in, level 8 is astounding. S4 are going to spot out Black. Don't think he saw Kuroki there. He's just waiting for Admiral Bulldog to push out this wave, or perhaps going to fall back. It is Loda. So many invisibility heroes on no Tidehunter. Just 2 with the Riki and the Bounty Hunter. But S4 finding some artificial invisibility. He's going to pop out, spot out Black. Kuroki still there, but I don't think S4 really knows it. Aki has moved up to this top lane. They really do want to make aggression happen on the top lane, but it's not going to happen. What the hell? S4. All the runes have spawned on the top lane, and they've all gone towards the Night Stalker. So this is a very dangerous situation. Nighttime is going to run out shortly. You can see how aggressive no Tidehunter are playing, just having heroes all around behind the tier 1 towers, using that invisibility. Now Loda with the Yasha as well as the Orb of Venom. Just going to head back towards the bot lane. He's going to get a little more farm, possibly towards Match Style, or might just hold on to that Yasha for just the movement speed. Orb of Venom, probably not going to be a, what's it called, Eye of Scotty. Unless this game lasts for 40 minutes, in which case it might well be possible. Has the lasso, he's going to open up at S4, but S4 has a lot of movement speed. There's the reverse polarity, though. You cannot use that movement speed if you're stunned up. Flame Break is going to kill him off. Loda going to get relocated in with the help of Eternal Envy. Aki is here as well. They're going to look towards Veda, who's out of mana. There's a smoke screen onto Black. He's going to take a ton of damage. Look at that damage. No Time Walk, no Chronosphere. Where's the Chronosphere? He's going to walk back into the smoke, but the relocate going to save the Wisp right before that Flame Break hits him. Haas a little bit unlucky on that cooldown. And Eternal Envy and Loda both going to escape from that. They weren't in time to save S4, and they weren't in time to get any kills, but at least they didn't drop any of their own. The night phase is almost up, so S4 is probably going to have one more opportunity to make something happen. He is going to go for an armlet, so he's going to go into that damaging role. Together with the Riki, that's a lot of there's a lot of damage that's difficult to deal with, I guess, because Riki has that invisibility. Night Stalker is going to be doing a lot of damage, and is just so very tanky. So it's going to be difficult for Mousesports. Although what they do have going for them is a Faceless Void, who is farming pretty decently. Does he have any swords flying out to him? No, none yet. So he has Power Tread 61 CS, but he doesn't have that much gold per minute in comparison to the primary heroes of no Tidehunter. Just been getting lots of kills, lots of farm as well. Now the daylight is up. Mousesports, this is their time to be aggressive. They don't know that Night Stalker, well, actually did pick up a point of darkness, but they're still going to try to be aggressive regardless. But Admiral Bulldog, staying safe on this top lane, hasn't wandered off as much as I thought he would. I guess the wandering came out from Loda as well as S4. He's going to be fine to sit up here for just a little bit more. He has gone for a Soul Ring, very peculiar item choice. Usually you don't see that, and if you do see that, then it's going to be... if you do see that, it's not going to be from a bounty hunter who's just going to sit around and do nothing. Going for that Soul Ring and then sitting around is an interesting choice to say the least. Eternal Envy has hit that level 7, so the Wisp Spirits are going to hurt like hell. And Riki is sitting at 1200 gold as well. Power Treads is now up on him mid lane, and this forward can get skewered in. Reverse Polarity, just that Night Stalker, not enough to save him, as the Illuminate does fly through. Admiral Bulldog getting a track kill onto Kuroki, and they're going to chase down Veda. At least one more Shockwave onto 3, but the cannon from Aki is going to bring him down. Bulldog with double kill. Pass, does have a lasso, wants to use it. That's it. No more can happen on this mid lane. Mousesports diving for that Night Stalker S4. Even burning the Reverse Polarity on 1, did not expect that much support to be that close by. But everyone was missing on the map. So Mousesports, they're kind of asking for that one. Did Admiral Bulldog just hit during the fade time of Shadow Walk? I didn't realize you could do that. That is a cool trick. You have to watch him do that again. Eventually. Maybe never. Because he's probably not going to do it again, because I'm probably seeing things. But Aki going for the full-on support gyrocopter. That Urn of Shadows looking to be aggressive, as well as maxed out on that Rocket Barrage. He does have a little bit of flat cannon, which is going to help him transition a little bit towards the late game. No Tidehunter have a lot of late game coming from them, whereas Mousesports, all their late game is bundled onto black. And if you're going to invest your late game onto one person, then I would do it onto black. He's very, very stable as a carry player. I would trust him to carry my team. But he's simply not getting enough farm at this point. Only with the Ring of Health does have... He's going for a Vanguard, actually, so not going for that Battle Fury, going defensive. He feels the pressure of the Night Stalker and the Riki as well, even though he's never really been engaged upon. But I guess in this little forest fight, Black saw how much health he lost. That was very, very huge amounts of damage coming out from this Riki. Vanguard will help him a little bit with that, but Vanguard and Poor Man's Shield, I feel like this Void might be investing a little bit too much into defensive items. In the meantime, in the mid lane, Kuroki's going to drop to a gank. I think he was tracked up, definitely was tracked up, so more gold for no Tidehunter as Kuroki loses his life beta. It's also revealed track as well as Shuriken Toss, and Loda going to blink straight forward. S4 pop the nighttime. He's going to annihilate the Magnus. Even Aki coming there just to spectate that kill. Mousesports bleeding heroes 9-3 as no Tidehunter take the second tower. I'm sorry. Their lead is increasing. They have the late game as well. So Mousesports, if they just sit around, they won't be able to win this unless they start doing something. Because their primary farm has gone full defensive, and Faceless Void, usually you do need to get a couple of items. There are types of carry heroes that you could afford to go defensive items on, like Viper or Razor. But Void really isn't one of them. Because he needs attack speed, he needs damage, because you are reliant on that Chronosphere to take out at least one person from that bite. And if you can't do that, well, what good is the Chronosphere? Alex, he knows he's being stalked. Loda is right on his tail. And Alex, he's in a huge amount of trouble. Blink Strike, no, it's just going to be Smokescreen. Alex is as good as dead. Loda? No? Not yet. He knows that Alex is just pulling, so he wants to wait until Alex goes back. But yeah, this keeper's dead. He just doesn't know it. Oh, there's a Smokescreen. Do it! Smokescreen. And now Alex is dead. Goodbye. Loda getting a kill with 4 hits from Rikimaru. With just a Yasha. Let's go even pack in a Morbid Mask. Is that going to be a Mask of Madness? That'll be really silly. Black. Oh no, Black, you are in a ton of trouble. He does have Admiral Bulldog and Riki both on his tail. Smokescreen is up once again. There's smoke plus the Wisp coming in. And Black is going to drop like a rock. Although he's getting a couple lucky backtracks. And he's going to survive. How the hell did he do that? 1 point in backtrack? That was bullshit. I never get those backtracks. The damage from Loda as well as Admiral Bulldog just stopped. That was really weird. That was so many backtracks from Faceless Void. He should have been dead. But no Tidehunter forced the Faceless Void back. They didn't get the kill, which isn't fantastic. But they're going to take a tier 1 tower. They'll be okay with that. Meantime, the bot lane pass. Not yet towards his Blink Dagger. Only a little bit more until that happens. If he gets the last hit on this tower, that will be his Blink Dagger. Then Mousesports, that might be what they're looking for. Blink Dagger onto the bat with Fada to protect, although teleportation's coming onto the bot lane. It's going to be S4, as well as Aki Pass is going to get initiated upon by Loda, Internal Envy. Loda picking up a dominating streak as Fada pops off that haste rune, going to get the hell out of there. Internal Envy, where is he going to return to? He should be safe regardless where he goes. Yeah, he's going to bring Loda back up to this top lane, where we do have Black farming once again. I guess that Vanguard also saved Black's life, but still, full defensive. Yes, it did save your life, but you're not doing any damage when it really matters. Armlet now completed on the Night Stalker, level 11 on him. So the night times are going to be long and fierce. The nighttime is almost there for no Tidehunter. It's going to be even more aggression, but even in this daytime phase, they haven't stopped their aggression. They've been all over the map. Admiral Bulldog as well as Loda. It's the Invis gank train. Choo choo, Kuroki. Choo choo. No, it's actually going to be Fada. He does have to skewer out, and he's going to burn the reverse polarity, but the Wisp Spirits might bring him down. It won't, not yet, but with Shockwave through, won't be enough to kill anyone. The Illuminate is going to kill off Eternal Envy. Weakest hero by far, Aki as well as Loda, living just barely. Meantime, S4 still in that bot lane. Daytime Night Stalker does have that night darkness available to him, but here we go. Nighttime has fallen, instantly popping off that ultimate. It's always nice to see when pros do it. It's really infuriating to see pros hold on to that darkness when the night just falls. Oh man, I hate it. Pet peeve. Pass tracked up. It's going to get initiated by S4. The silence is on him as well as the Void. Look at this damage from the Night Stalker. In the meantime, Loda with 3 hits onto the Keeper of the Light. 15-4. The aggression from no Tidehunter. I said it in the draft. it's not going to stop. Because nighttime is up for a very long time. They're getting a lot of track gold. They're getting Ricky very, very farmed. And you can see how much damage Ricky's doing. One hit. No, can't even catch up. One hit, two hit with the track. Loda two-shotting Kuroki. And again, it's level 12 versus level 8, so it's not saying all that much. But still, this Ricky only has a Yasha. He's going to have a Mask of Madness. Loda? Not... Is it any of this his? Oh, no, it's a straight BKB, okay. Guess he just wants a little bit of life steals. Meantime, Fade on the bot lane. Goodbye. He's going to try to fight down S4. S4 just sitting in the tower for just a little bit. Loda getting a monster kill. This guy didn't build any... There's the GG call, actually. So that looks like it's it. 19 minutes in. Mousesports with a nice, clean game. Fake call? What? Are they playing it out? He mad. I'm sorry, I had to say that. I guess Mousesports Alex has had enough. You know, talking about like unprofessional and stuff like that, you'd be like, well, Keeper of the Light, and Mousesports aren't done yet, 17-4, but if you just look at the advantages that no Tidehunter have, then you would obviously Mousesports know that they're behind. Their Faceless Void doesn't have anything, and they're constantly being hunted down. And because of stuff like this, the initiation from the Wisp stun and then Black might actually get out of this. Gonna burn the Chronosphere? No, just gonna blink away. Oh, Chronosphere will save him, and Alex being microed. Look at this, boss mode right here. Luminate is going to hit onto Eternal Envy. Might kill him off. The reverse polarity plus Shockwave will do so. S4, though, going onto the Rubik. He's going to get pulled up to the high ground. Loda is right behind him, however, to support with that BKB. Paz taking a huge amount of damage. He's going to drop to S4. Teleportation coming in. It's going to be Kuroki once again. Smoke goes up. Instantly canceled that TP. In the meantime, Admiral Bulldog going to try to go for Fade 1v1. And he should have enough damage. Shuriken Toss will do it. The Faceless Void does get out of there alive, but everyone else from Mousesports dies. But I understand kind of where Alex is coming from. His team is massively behind. He's the softest support hero. He dies in 2 hits. Even if he gets wards, even if he gets sentries, the range isn't really going to be enough, because by the time he sees someone, he's already dead. If he sees the Night Stalker, then the Void is going to happen, like 3 hits, and he's dead. If he sees the Ricky, even if he has like sentries everywhere, then it doesn't matter, because he has Mask of Madness. He has a Yasha. He has 390 base movement speed without that Mask of Madness, and he will have the Tether as well. And he just can't do anything. He does have the Blinding Light, which is, I guess, the most valuable thing that Mousesports could have had. But still, Alex, bailing on his team. You never really want to bail on your team, although I do have to kind of agree with him. Mousesports are in a ton of trouble. I don't think it's impossible for them to come back, but just the way that the game is going, no Tidehunter, the way they're playing, they're not going to let Mousesports come back. Especially since we see Ricky with now a double life. He's going to teleport down to the spot lane. Pass, you gotta run, bro. It's going to be Loda with 1 hit. He got stunned by the Tether Blink Strike. And that's it. Batrider dead. Shockwave flying out. But still not enough damage. The Mask of Madness doing the damage. Taking a little bit more damage as well, but with Eternal Envy holding a bottle as well as Tranquils, he'll be just fine. And Mousesports, someone on Mousesports is really playing up their micro right now. They're stepping up. 1 hero? That's easy. Okay, never mind. They wasted Blinding Light. Actually, I guess not really necessary. They're just messing around, I guess. Yeah, Mousesports, they know it's over. Bounty Hunter, as well as S4, pick up the free kill on Black. So we're just going to wait for the rest of the team on Mousesports to follow Alex's suit. There's no Tidehunter. They have another objective on the top lane, the Tier 2 tower. That Tier 2 tower isn't really going to drop, and there you go, Black. He's going to follow suit, and everyone else from Mousesports is going to follow as well. So the real GG call has finally been called. 23 minutes in, so 4 minutes of experimentation. First polarity, kill them all, illuminate. Illuminate, kill them all. But BKB onto S4. Oh my god, that is why Alex left. He didn't leave the game. He was killed so hard that the game ejected him. And now silence on the back. Call down. Boom. Hit nothing. Second. Hit nothing. Radiant's Courier got killed. Well, that's comeback time for Mousesports, but it's only Fatal left. He's controlling all these heroes. Black. Gonna go for Aki. He could do it, actually. Call down was stolen by Kuroki, but Loda is right on Croaky's ass. One down already. Black trying to get a kill into Aki, but no. Loda pops in Mask of Madness, and that's a double kill one. Oh yeah, he lasted for like 2 seconds. And Loda's still alive, does still have an Aegis. Veda, swing, swing. Ultra kill, but let's just wait until Veda decides to leave, because this game is over, ladies and gentlemen. 33-5 after a little bit of fountain farming. A little bit of a disappointing game, especially from Alex's premature exit. But regardless, we will move on to game number 2. We'll see if Mousesports can rally and make something happen versus no Tidehunter. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Moving on to game number 2. GG.